My sister ruined my 18th birthday by faking an emergency, so I pulled off a stunt at her wedding that completely ruined her special day. My sister and I have never had a good relationship because she hated it whenever I got more attention. If I scored an A and was getting praised for it, she would snatch my report card and tore it into pieces. If I got a nice gift on my birthday that I really liked, she would sneak into my room and throw it out the window. I had gone to therapy since I was 15 to deal with these issues, but my sister never even considered treatment. She said that nothing could ever be her fault, so I made the decision to ignore her once she moved out. However, she came back to visit us on my 18th birthday and showed that she hadn't changed a bit. I was halfway through cutting the cake when my sister let out a really loud scream and fell on the ground while holding her chest. She had closed her eyes and didn't reply to anyone asking what was wrong. She just kept repeating "hospital" over and over, so our parents called the ambulance. The second the ambulance arrived, my sister stood up like nothing was wrong and literally walked to the ambulance without any assistance. The doctors later said there was nothing wrong with her except a few hygiene problems, which pissed me off. She had clearly ruined my birthday party on purpose and asked her to at least give me an apology. She told me to get off my high horse and that she did it because a guy like me doesn't deserve a celebration on his birthday. I was angry and sad at the same time because this person hated me despite being my sister. I could have given my parents an ultimatum about cutting her off, but instead, I formed a plan. You see, I knew that my sister had recently gotten engaged and was getting married real soon, so I decided that she should get a taste of her own medicine and patiently waited. I treated her like a princess, sending her good morning texts, giving her compliments, and even talking good about her to her fiancé. She noticed all of this and handed me a wedding invitation with a smile, completely unaware of my true feelings. During the week leading up to the wedding, I made sure to get as little sleep as possible. I didn't sleep at all for the last 48 hours and used coffee as well as smelling salts to stay awake. I had a huge headache, but I didn't let that stop me. Next, I stood outside the wedding venue and watched a YouTube video that had a lot of flashing lights and loud siren sounds. I watched it for 20 minutes straight before finally going in. Once the ceremony started, I took some essential oil and held it right against my nose while thinking really dark thoughts and focusing on how falling off a cliff would feel. I think it worked perfectly because the last thing I remembered was passing out right before my sister was going to read her vows. I woke up 24 hours later and the doctors told me I had a really bad seizure. My parents had rushed me to the hospital and some guests even chose to accompany them rather than stay at the wedding. My sister did get married eventually, but the ceremony was halted for at least 30 minutes, and even after it was over, everyone kept asking if I was okay. I know all of this because my phone had around 70 messages from her, cursing me out and calling me the devil for ruining her special day. She said I should have held my seizure in for the sake of her happiness. Not once did she ask about my health or if I needed help. Now I'm planning on showing these texts to her new husband.